Hi everyone. Welcome for today's session. I hope I'm audible. Hi everyone, welcome. Can you all hear me? Just give me a thumbs up in case I'm audible. Thanks Neeru, thanks Ruchi. Great, we'll wait for one more minute or maybe a few seconds just to see if a few more people are joining us. Thanks Pooja, thanks Trisha. Great, I think so. We should get started. You all know that we are here to discuss about arthritis today because it's the World Arthritis Day today, and this day is created or celebrated basically to create more awareness regarding the arthritis. Arthritis is not just one particular issue. It's a group of issues related to joints and bone, and there are different types of arthritis as well that we'll be discussing about today. So let me introduce myself. I am Deepika Rathod, Chief Nutrition Officer, Head Nutritionist, Lifestyle Expert, and Head of Gut Vertical from Luke's team. And we are here to discuss about rheumatoid arthritis. How does it happen, and how what all things we can try to manage or control the progression of the disease. So arthritis, as you all know, is inflammation of joints, is inflammation of muscles, wherein we have seen people at an elderly age start facing joint pain, start facing elbow or any kind of knee or ankle pain, wherein their mobility is restricted. If they're not taking good enough care of their bone health, this actually also puts few people into that zone of wherein they can't move at all, and some people have to be bedridden. However, there are certain lifestyle changes that many people can make to make sure that they control the progression of this disease or maybe prevent the arthritis from happening. So as I said, arthritis is actually a disease or a group of disease that affects your joints, muscle, bone, which increases pain, etc. This also creates a kind of swelling or stiffness in the body. But what exactly are the types of arthritis? Now there are different types of arthritis. There could be osteoarthritis. There could be gout. Gout as in when the people have high uric acid, the uric acid crystal starts settling into the joints, basically the knee or any other part of the body, whether it is ankle or finger or toes as well for that matter. And this gives a kind of pain, like very severe pain. The mobility is affected and the person has to take gout treatment just to make sure that the uric acid levels in the body starts reducing, and that's when they start feeling better. There is juvenile arthritis as well. So as I said, basically elderly people get arthritis, but few kids wherein their bone health is not too good, they also face juvenile arthritis. Juvenile means something related to the kids. Then there is reactive arthritis. So if a person is allergic to something, and if that person consumes or maybe comes in contact with that particular allergy, their body reacts into arthritic pain. There is ankylosing spondylitis, there's psoriatic arthritis, and there is rheumatoid arthritis, which is a form of autoimmune condition. And we all know autoimmune condition can't be reversed, but we can definitely manage or keep it in remission. Basically the flare-ups etc can be definitely be controlled to make sure that the pain doesn't interfere into your day-to-day activity. Now today I am particularly going to talk about rheumatoid arthritis because, as I said, it's an autoimmune condition and it arises from a leaky gut. We all know by now what exactly leaky gut is, but for those who don't know what is leaky gut, let me just explain in a very simple way. Now your stomach has a very thin lining. Think of it as a chutney that we generally use for sieving our tea and coffee. Okay, so this is the thin lining in your stomach. Now when you're eating food, the food gets digested, the food gets absorbed, and it releases nutrition. Now through this thin mesh, only that nutrition is allowed to enter into the blood. That's how the nutrition enters in the blood, and the blood circulates the entire, the nutrients and everything that is getting absorbed in the body to each and every part, to each and every cell or organs, and then they function in a better way by getting all the nourishment from the food we eat. But what happens in the leaky gut is, leaky means something that is, allowing leakage to happen. So when there is small kind of holes getting poked into this thin mesh, that's when the food particles also start entering in the bloodstream. So when you have tea or coffee, when you strain it, it tastes really good. But the moment your strainer has a hole, the tea powder or coffee powder or tea leaf, or even the things that you have added, basically cardamom or ginger, whatever it is, it enters into the tea, and then you don't feel like taking it, because the moment it comes in your mouth, you don't feel good about it. So similarly, what happens is, when there is hole getting poked into this thin mesh, the food particles enter in your bloodstream, and this actually activates your immune system, because ideally your blood needs to carry only nutrition. Food or any other particle entering in the blood becomes a foreign material, and whenever there is a foreign material detected in blood, your immune system goes on a high alert. It enters the blood, it destroys the foreign material. Here it means food, and once the destruction takes place, it switches off itself. Now immune cells can switch on and switch off, keeping their work in mind. But what happens is, if these holes are already poked into the mesh lining or the gut lining, the food keeps on entering in your blood. That means the immune system has to stay on a regular basis, wherein they forget to switch off. And if the immune system stays high, it will attack your food particle, and then it starts attacking your own body organ, and that's how it gets converted into an autoimmune condition. That's where fixing the leaky gut becomes very important when it comes to fixing any kind of autoimmune condition, which could be not just ankylosing spondylitis, rheumatoid arthritis, but it could be any autoimmune condition for that matter. Now, this is about what exactly is rheumatoid arthritis. It is different from arthritis. Arthritis is a normal condition wherein the bone health is affected, and joints, joint pain and etc. are noticed. I gave you different types of arthritis as well. And rheumatoid arthritis, as I said, is a autoimmune condition which can't be treated, which can't be reversed, but it can be definitely kept under remission. Now let's look at certain tips, lifestyle tips, certain remedies, certain things that you can do on a day-to-day basis to take care of your rheumatoid arthritis. So when I say it happens due to leaky gut syndrome, or when the food enters into your bloodstream, the first thing that we generally ask our client to do is to stop gluten and casein. Now everybody comes back to us telling that gluten and casein, dairy and wheat is something that we have grown up eating. How will that impact me? Because it never impacted me earlier. It never impacted you earlier because your gut lining was completely intact. It never allowed the food particles to enter in your bloodstream. But now there is inflammation, there is gut issue, and your food particle is entering in your bloodstream, wherein the immune system is getting stimulated. It goes on a high alert, it kills the food particle. Now why particularly gluten and casein? Gluten and casein are protein molecule found in wheat and dairy respectively, and our body, as we all know, is also made up of protein molecule. Proteins are the building block of our body. So similar kind of biomolecules is also found in each and every cell and organ in our body. Now when we are eating gluten and casein on a daily basis, the immune system switching off itself completely, it just starts circulating in the entire body to search any other form of gluten and casein. And the moment it finds that gluten and casein like similar biomolecule in any of your body organs or cells, it starts attacking them. So when it starts attacking your thyroid gland because of the similar gluten and casein like molecule, that condition is known as Hashimoto's. If it is attacking the skin cells, that particular condition can be known as vitiligo, eczema, psoriasis, anything. And if it starts attacking the bones, muscles, it can be categorized as rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis, psoriatic arthritis, and etc. So that's why even if you were taking gluten and casein as a kid, but now your body is not accepting it properly, the moment you take it, you're increasing the flare-up chances. So that's where going gluten and casein free becomes very, very important, to make sure that you're giving rest to your digestive system, to make sure that you're allowing the gut lining to heal, to make sure that you're not triggering that immune system to attack your food particle and then attack the organs, and automatically this will put you in remission. So this was about the restriction. Second, very, very basic tip that I think I almost talk in all my life is chewing your food properly. Whoever client comes to us with gut issues, this is one common problem that I have noticed, that nobody chews their food properly. They are fast eater. I know that everybody is busy, nobody has time for themselves, and then taking 20-25 minutes to chew your food becomes like an added task. But then you have to prioritize yourself, your health first, and then you will be able to be more productive. So take out that 20-25 minutes per meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and chew your food properly. Because what happens is, our stomach doesn't have teeth. So we have to break down those food particles with the help of our teeth by mixing it with saliva, finely grinding it and then putting it in the body so that the digestion and absorption becomes better. Now, on the other hand, if you're not chewing your food properly, you are allowing those larger particles of food to enter into your body, to enter into your digestive system. Now, the gut lining is very, delicate. They're made up of muscles which are very delicate, and if there is a sort of friction or irritation happening with the food that you are eating, the larger particle, then that's where the hole starts, getting poked into the gut lining. And that's how leaky gut also can come in picture. Now, the leaky gut can also happen due to bad lifestyle, lack of sleep, low activity levels, emotional stress and all. But not chewing the food properly can also be one of the major reasons. So slow down, take 20-25 minutes to finish your meal, which will make sure that you are giving rest to your digestive system. You're not putting more pressure on the digestive system to break down the food or the larger particles that you have put in the system, and this will automatically allow your gut lining as well to heal. So this was one particular tip that I want everyone to follow on a regular basis. Apart from that, I always tell you all that the gut and brain are directly connected. So if you have any kind of stress, emotional issues, or you're going through some emotional distress since a longer time, chronic stress can definitely affect your gut health. It can lead to leaky gut. It can trigger autoimmune condition as well if the stress is not controlled or taken into consideration as a priority. We always talk about being vocal about your emotion. It's very important because mental health is a real challenge. We have seen people coming to us with depression, with so much of stress, with so much of negativity, with kind of syndromes. Like, I don't want to blame anyone, but we do have people who suffer from mother-in-law syndrome. Like, my mom-in-law does this to me, my mom-in-law does that to me, and that kind of has created a lot of stress in them. And this stress somewhere has affected their gut, wherein they have gone through this phases of leaky gut syndrome, then gut related symptoms wherein flare up increases. They have then autoimmune condition which might not just be rheumatoid arthritis, it could be related to any autoimmune condition for that matter. So fixing the mental health or working on it also becomes very, very important. So just make sure that you take out some time from your day for deep breathing, because the more oxygen you put in your body, you are suppressing the cortisol level. Cortisol is the stress hormone. So if you are doing deep breathing on a regular basis, the cortisol levels will start coming under control and you will feel a little better. The symptoms will also start improving, whether it is related to rheumatoid arthritis or anything else. You can look at starting yoga, meditation, even activity for that matter. Just going for a long walk also helps you in improving your stress, because what I particularly do is, if I feel that I have work related stress, maybe I have to complete a task, or maybe I am running short of time in my hand, I tend to finish my work, but after that, just to make myself calm, I get involved into maybe a dance, a Zumba, or go for a walk. Because the moment you start any kind of activity, your body releases these feel good hormone, which really helps you in improving your overall stress, and which makes you feel much more relaxed and calm down. And automatically the symptoms related to autoimmune condition will also start getting better when your mind is at ease. Because as we said, gut and brain are connected, and the leaky gut symptoms or autoimmune condition can worsen when there is high stress. So this was particularly about autoimmune condition and leaky gut, and how you can take care of your own health. But let me talk about rheumatoid arthritis in particular. So what has worked particularly for my client is adding just a pinch of dry ginger powder, salt powder that we generally call as. It's a really good anti-inflammatory ingredient that works on improving your bone health and controlling the pain which is related to arthritis, gout, rheumatoid arthritis, or anything of that category. So just add pinch of dry ginger powder in a cup of warm water and sip this twice a day, not more than that. During a day, you can just take 2 pinch of dry ginger powder. Slowly and gradually, this dry ginger powder works on improving the aches and pain related to joint pain, related to joint and muscle, and the rheumatoid arthritis pain and inflammation starts coming under control. So this is one thing. Secondly, what I suggest my client is grape seed oil. Grape seed oil actually again is a really good anti-inflammatory in nature, and it also helps in collagen production in the body. Plus it works on maintaining a good health of connective tissues. And as we all know, our body has muscles, it has connective tissues, even the joints, the connective tissues and muscles are actually connecting our bones and everything with each other. So if you want to maintain your joint health, if you want to maintain the connective tissues health, you have to start with grape seed oil. Go for a real good quality cold pressed grape seed oil. If you can't get grape seed oil, you can take grape seed powder as well, because you will get the same anti-inflammatory benefit from the grape seed powder. Just take half a teaspoon of grape seed oil on a daily basis for like 3 weeks. You can take it first thing in the morning as well, or any time of the day, but don't take it with meal. Just keep like minimum half an hour gap between the grapeseed oil and anything that you have. So this works on improving the inflammation and pain in the body just for 3 weeks, not more than that, because overdoing on healthy stuff will also lead to toxicity, right? Or if you're taking grapeseed powder, just take half a teaspoon mixed in a small cup of water. Around 100 ml is also completely fine. And take this either first thing in the morning, or as I said, half an hour after or before any meal. And this should also be done for only 3 weeks and not more than that. So once you start with it, it definitely works on improving the aches and pain gradually. Apart from that, what y'all can also try and do is, this has also worked like wonders for my client. You can take sesame oil around, so for example, if there is a pain in the knee, both the knees basically, so you might need around 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. Depending on the area of your pain or the size, basically you can just increase the quantity of sesame oil that is required by your body. So take 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, boil it properly, add a small camphor ball, the kapoor ki goli that we generally use for dhoop batti and all, that one small camphor ball, add it and let it just infuse in that oil. Once it is infused, remove it from flame and let it stay warm. Don't apply it when it is hot. It will just, you know what it will do to your skin. So just apply it when it is warm. Maybe it's better to apply at bedtime. So you apply it, wrap it up with a clean cotton cloth, and then you can sleep with that oil on your body. Slowly and gradually this oil works on strengthening the muscles, strengthening the connective tissues, controlling the aches and pains in the joint. And we have seen that this oil helping our clients within 15 days itself after starting the oil massage. And since it's an oil massage, you can do it on a daily basis. There's no restriction in it. You just do it on a daily basis, whether you have pain or you don't have pain, because it also acts as a preventative measure. And right now the temperature is changing, so we are soon going to address the winters and all. So in winter, joint pain is at a higher rate. People suffer from joint pain, people suffer from bone aches and all. So if you start doing this warm sesame oil massage starting from today itself, you will prepare your body for the winters, and you'll see that, oh yes, I don't get any more pain in the winter season. So let's try and follow these small tips and tricks on a regular basis. And you can let us know on how you are feeling with respect to rheumatoid arthritis, pains, inflammation and aches in the body. Okay, so that's it from me. I still have some time in hand. Let me just check if I have any questions here that I can answer. Okay, is hypothyroid reversed? Hypothyroid, what kind of thyroid do you have? If it is a Hashimoto's, which is again an autoimmune condition, it can't be reversed. But if it is a normal hypothyroid, yes, it can be reversed, because we have many clients who came to us with hypothyroid condition, and now they are off medicine, and they just have to maintain a healthy lifestyle to make sure that their hormones are functioning properly. Okay. Okay, Crohn's disease. So Shiva wants to know about Crohn's disease. Crohn's disease again is an autoimmune condition itself, wherein your immune system starts attacking your own gut in patches. So it can be in your esophagus, it can be any part of the gut, intestine or colon as well for that matter. And restricting the gluten and casein would be the first point wherein you'll work on improving the Crohn's disease, or managing the flare-ups basically. So that's about the Crohn's disease. How to control inflammation in the knee? So that's like actually a vague question, because we need to also know on what exactly is creating that inflammation in the knee. It may not be arthritis, it may not be rheumatoid arthritis. It could just be a gout. It could just be friction. It could just be a muscle tear. It could just be maybe overexertion. So whatever the root cause for that inflammation is, we need to work on the same. But if it is affecting you, then you can just apply the warm sesame oil massage that I mentioned about, and it will definitely work slowly and gradually in controlling the inflammation. Okay, so I think I can take 2 more questions. Let me just go to Hashimoto's can be reversed. No, Hashimoto's can't be reversed because it's an autoimmune condition, but yes, it can be kept in remission, like the flare-ups and other issues can be taken care of. COVID and RA related, that's a very good and valid question, because what we have noticed is post-COVID, due to the medicine course and everything, we have seen most of the people have lost the good bacteria in the stomach. Their stomach health has gone really bad. They face so much of discomfort, bloating, constipation, sometimes loose stool, irritation in the stomach, acidity and all. So due to the medicine or heavy medicine dosage that the doctors put us on, basically the antibiotics, it actually kills the good bacteria as well, because they don't know or they can't differentiate between the bad ones and the good ones. So it kills the good bacteria, and when the good bacteria in the stomach destroys, it puts our stomach into a condition wherein it can be prone to inflammation, it can be prone to infection. That's why having a proper balance of good and bad bacteria is important to maintain a healthy gut. And if the good bacteria goes down, there are higher chances that the stomach inflammation can increase, the stomach lining can get affected. Leaky gut can happen because we don't know what exactly is causing it, and we continue following the same lifestyle, having outside meals, not sleeping properly, not allowing time to heal the body, and all of this can lead to autoimmune condition, which can be rheumatoid arthritis. So it can be connected. However, I think we need to know more about what kind of issues you are facing so we can exactly guide you on the same. Fair enough. Okay, last question that I am taking. Okay, do we boil the camphor in oil? Yes, you can. So when the oil starts boiling, put the camphor, let it melt properly in the oil, and then you switch off the gas. If you don't want to boil it, maybe if you are afraid that it might catch fire and all, so what you can do is, since the oil is hot, you can switch off the gas and then add the camphor, but mix it with maybe a toothpick or a spoon so that it starts melting properly in the oil, and then you can apply it. Okay, great. So that was it. Thanks for attending the live, guys, and I hope you have taken notes of everything that we discussed today, and you can share it with your near and dear ones as well, because as I said, winters are coming and we need to be prepared so that we don't face any kind of bone pain, aches, inflammation, joint stiffness and all during the winter season. So that's it for now. Take care and we'll meet soon. Bye everyone.